In 2 days, I will be on the campus of Patrick Henry College speaking on a panel discussing this question. Why is it that it's so easy to get evangelicals to rise up and speak and denounce human sex trafficking, and so difficult to get young evangelicals involved in the issue of abortion? And I think the answer to that question is very telling on this question of the young, restless, and reformed. We're willing to be hardcore about our theology, but we're, as long as you think we're cool because of our skinny jeans and our skinny glasses, we're willing to read heavy books and to take hard theological stands, as long as you give us an opportunity to tell us about the cool bands we listen to and the fancy beer that we drink.
Yeah.
There is not a real, genuine willingness to be despised and hated by the world that I think is really critical to actually hope that long-lasting change will come.
Do you feel like that they're relating to society? Because obviously, like our podcast, like we talk about fancy beers and we're younger guys. Do you think that their motivation is wrong, or do you think that it's a way to kind of connect with these people and start conversations and build friendships? And what is the real issue surrounding maybe the methods that they're using that you have?
Well, I don't have a quarrel with people enjoying good beer. I make good beer and I enjoy it myself. But it does strike me that there is a subconscious fear of not being in the in crowd.
Okay. I see what you're saying. So you would say then that it's easy for Christians to, like you would use sex trafficking, for instance. It's easy for Christians to rally and say, oh, sex trafficking is a horrible thing because the world agrees with them.
Stop sleeping around and murdering your babies. They're going to throw rocks at you.
They're just they're tickling people's ears and saying what everybody already agrees with, instead of taking on other issues in order to be consistent and saying, well, abortion is murder as well. It's wrong. And so we're only standing up for the things that are comfortable in our society, as opposed to taking on all the issues that maybe our society doesn't find to be as agreeable with.
Exactly. We find our moral indignation in the same place that the world does.
That's a really good point. It's interesting. I actually have a couple friends who started a nonprofit that is like against sex trafficking and stuff. And so it's interesting that you bring that up, because that is something that and you can even see the inconsistency in the world in that they have this huge problem with people being hurt, but they don't seem to have a problem with people being murdered.
Right.
And yeah, so I see, I understand what you're saying now. I appreciate the clarification on that we're so much more willing to stand up in arms with things that aren't going to have the world hate us.
Those are great observations.
Well, that's why I make the big dollars.
Yeah, exactly.